Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my monthly review for this month's issue of the Walking Dead comic book series. This is for issue 188. It is called Falling Into Place. And possible spoiler warning, if you guys have not read this issue yet, you can get it via Image's website or local comic shop, that kind of deal. So, another month and another issue of the Walking Dead comic book series. I feel like the Walking Dead comic book series lately has been pretty strong again after kind of some recent, turn of events with regards to the Commonwealth. And, of course, this whole idea of a civil war, which seems to be kind of breaking out at the Commonwealth. So, with this issue here, mainly just continuing along with the storyline and a few things that went differently from how I would have thought. I did think that Mercer would probably, stand up to them and that the men would probably take Mercer's side, and that, the way things would go, that he would kind of start a civil war right then and there. But it appears that's not the case, as he has this standoff in this issue with Lance, which started in 187. And in this one, we see Mercer actually surrender, which I didn't think he was going to do, or it appears to for him to come along quietly after George and some of the others don't take his side or don't stand up for him. This is pretty surprising to me, because I thought they would, considering he was their kind of immediate leader or one of the highest ranking people in the military. And they're all kind of, it sounds like the Commonwealth as a whole, most of the people there are they pretty much had enough of the current government or the current leadership under Pamela, Milton, and Lance and the others. So a little bit surprising there to see that he kind of just came quietly and that was it, and he didn't really put up much of a fight, and there wasn't much, and they kind of skipped it over in the issue. There wasn't much as far as, kind of that scene. I thought he might kill Lance and that kind of stuff, fighting his way down, and then the others might kind of join with him, but that's not the case. He ends up just surrendering and is put in a cell, of which Pamela goes to kind of talk to him afterwards and kind of says that she's sort of disappointed in him, that kind of deal. And so it was kind of anticlimactic as far as that goes with him, but unexpected, because I expected to see something big happen right there, and it didn't just yet. But you have Laura, who's kind of stirring the pot after what happened with Dwight before, and you have Rick just finding out in this issue as he's talking with Michonne that, basically the survivors and what they are to the Commonwealth so far, at least with regards to this whole Civil War thing, is they've kind of been a catalyst. You have Dwight, who is kind of revving people up and showing people how wrong it was, the way they were being treated there, and kind of their class system and the way the government sort of rules over them at the Commonwealth. And then also we have Laura here, who after Dwight may be somewhat of a martyr in a way, and she, of course, cared for Dwight a lot, and so, maybe loved him, and so she is... she is stirring the pot and trying to get George and some of the others to do something about this. But so far, everybody has kind of just wanted to quietly go along with their business and not stand up for what they think is right or get involved in the situation. So, okay stuff at the Commonwealth. I like the conversation between Rick and Michonne, which was good. And Rick is kind of finding out that there's about to be a Civil War breakout, and that he may have killed Dwight almost for nothing, because it may not stop it anyway, because of the way tensions are kind of forming up here. And with Mercer being thrown in a cell, people liked Mercer, as Michonne points out. So that's just going to make things even worse as things go through here. So we have all that stuff happening, and then we also have our group from the hilltop that's heading towards the Commonwealth to find out what's going on, because the people Rick and the others have not come back yet. And it looks like they're getting pretty close. They should be arriving there pretty soon, because they run into the princess, and then she sort of helps them, or kind of, sort of helps them to avoid a herd which is nearby that they don't really notice, which is just around the corner, and they get themselves in some trouble, but they're able to kill their way out, Carl and Jesus and the others. It's just so strange to read it through, because I'm just like, I always think about the TV series every time, and it's just like, oh, everybody's dead. So it's cool to see Jesus still alive, Carl's still alive in the comic book version, as it always is. So that's cool, and you have that going through, and then basically You have the group split. They rejoin afterwards. Carl doesn't buy what Princess is saying and basically tells her that that she needs people and that it's BS what she's trying to do to try to be a loner and stay away from people because she's trying to close herself off to protect herself. So he talks her into coming with them as they head back to the Commonwealth. So you have that happening, and then basically you get kind of this this part where the walkers, this small walker group, or a pretty good size amount, is kind of chasing after them, and then they kind of give them the slip, but they head toward the walker group heads towards the herd heads towards the place where they met near the trains and everything, which is exactly where Eugene is working with Stephanie on the train cart there to try to kind of repair it so that it'll be able to work, and they don't notice that there's like a whole ton of zombies right behind them because they haven't had anyone on watch because the people have basically have a lot of trouble at the Commonwealth, so they're on the brink of civil war, and nobody has been there to kind of keep an eye, and they told them, but Eugene wanted to stay anyway, and so now he's in quite a bit of trouble as a huge amount of zombies just like almost right behind him, right on top of them, and they don't even seems like they don't even notice it as of yet, which is kind of strange because you think they'd be pretty noisy, but I guess not. So there's all of that. I think that's most of what is in the issue. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So we'll have to see how things go. In next issue 189. We're getting close to 200. So within a year, right? So that's is 188. So 12 issues. So about a year from now, depending on the releases and the amount of weeks and everything, one a month. So about a year from now, we'll get issue 200 of The Walking Dead. So that should be a really big issue. I wonder what they have planned for it. It looks like it should be really good because you have a lot of things kind of forming here. Or there's the parts in this one with Maggie and Breanna as well too, where they're just basically back at the hilltop playing with Hershel and Breanna asking why Maggie didn't go with them. And her explaining that she wanted to basically stay back with, and be close to Hershel. So, in terms of score for the issue, I mean, I guess 8 out of 10, like a decent, good issue. Again, there's so much going on that, basically the big takeaways from this one would be the group that's going to the Commonwealth has joined with Princess. They're almost there. Eugene's in trouble, and you have Mercer, who is in a cell because he voluntarily surrendered. And then you have Rick going after Laura because Laura seems to be stirring the pot and trying to get people to take action in the Commonwealth and really start another breakout civil war, which Rick and Michonne are trying to stop, particularly Rick. So that's pretty much it for my review for this month's issue of The Walking Dead. That was pretty good. And, just continuing along, there's a lot of stuff happening. So each month it's like, we make some progress, but not that much because you have so many different, characters, storylines, locations in The Walking Dead. So much going on that each month you just progress, a little bit, right? A little bit each time, which is fine. It's just that the story's grown a lot of characters, a lot of different pieces involved to the puzzle, and I'm looking forward to seeing them all kind of form up and maybe some kind of big payoff or something big at issue 200. That'll be it for my review for this issue, guys. Always a trip to read the issues and see all these characters and just think about the TV series and like, oh my God. None of these people are like none of them are still there. It's just crazy to read, right? So leave your comments below, and if you like the video, if you like the review for this month, thumb it up, share favorite, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys again soon. As always, this is Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.